The following is a special presentation of MRUno Division 1 Super League 2025. Week 2 of Super League. Week 1, business as usual for some, and for others, desperation already setting in. But for Nick at Night, like the sun, it was hot. An electric match between him and Brad, down 3-4. And then a controversial Game 8, where it went from light to darkness fast. He ended up with the tie. But did he win the battle? Or is he set for war? Enter J. Cesar. From the outhouse to the in-house. He was watching and scoping out his competition. But tonight, he's back, making his Super League debut. From a big city like Bangkok, the Brazilian badass roams these streets for one reason: to play spoiler. Rumble in these streets where the hustle and for Nick, it's about making a statement. Avoid the darkness back into the light. For Cesar, one thing comes to mind: play spoiler and use those notes to perfect execution. This is week 2. Nick, Cesar, Nick at Night, the badass. It's live on MRUno. It's live and lit in Group A. And it starts now. Bold and brash. What happened last week? Maybe you throw it in the trash. Or maybe you're one other guy looking to get itchy and scratch that rash. Because no matter what side of the fence you're on, something's got to give. We started off with Nick. Last week, probably wants to forget it. A week that he doesn't even want to think about. It's set and forget it. But behold, it doesn't always mean you can get out there and scratch the itch. Because Cesar's coming abound, and we all know what he did last week. Scouting. A keen eye for talent, but a keen eye for possibilities, and of course style. We'll see what style he brings tonight as he makes his Super League debut. It's Nick versus Cesar. It's Nick at Night, the badass J. Cesar. Something's got to give. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Super League. It's kind of hard to believe this is the last game of the round, and we're going to talk about reason why it's the last game. I want to thank Short for cutting out some of my intro because I thought this would be the opener for Group A of Week 2. But thank you, Gon and Brad. Appreciate that. We'll talk about that in a second, but let's get to that set schedule. Let's get to the set resume for J. Cesar. And for Cesar, it's been a pretty good season. We talk about J. Cesar, we think about two things. One, quad 3 and 4 wins, and usually a bad strength of schedule. Well, not this year. It's actually a decent strength of schedule and some decent wins. And we're going to talk about those said wins. He had that big Final Four run, of course, beating Aria, which was his arch nemesis, but his big wins were Mac, of course, said Aria and Yoshi, and background. Those 4 wins, along with some good runs in the Sweet 16, 3 times, 1 round 32, and of course, a backup with that Final Four run, despite losing to Vapor. He made his first Final Four. He's in Super League at 8-5. And as I said, off the bye, the scouting eyes, he's now on the table, ready to have big eyes abound as he makes his Super League debut tonight. Let's get to that schedule, and boy, oh boy, what a absolute treat we had today. A triple header. We had an unexpected one. Obviously, we started off with Acosta Monkey last night. Monkey fights back, but Acosta was the story up 4-0. A big win for Acosta. He moves to P2 in the group standings in Group B. Monkey third, of course, background character who just took care of Toasty about an hour and a half ago. Big win for him. He wins the season series on Toasty 2-0 and wins 6-2. Then Brad and Gon in a long hour, 20-minute game nearly. We were going to talk about can Brad shake the Thunder off, but he couldn't do it. Gon gets a huge win And we're going to talk about those Group A standings momentarily. But for Ghana, a big win. He's behind Lara. Let's get into those standings a little bit now and where we stack up. We start with Group A, and that's where we are tonight, focused about. Lara, of course, in the points lead on a bye, has the tiebreaker over Ghana. That's why you see Lara ahead of Ghana, but also Lara with the +2 GD, which is the first tiebreaker. That's why Lara's ahead regardless. So double score for Lara there. But Nick still has to play. If he wins tonight, he'll take the points lead. If he doesn't win tonight and Cesar wins, we'll see if Cesar can win this game potentially for a +2 GD. Can he get a +4 GD? We'll see. But Cesar has a chance to take the points lead if he can get that score up. If not, Nick can have a chance. If we get a tie, Nick will automatically move to P3 outright, and then Cesar will be over Brad, and Brad would drop the last in the GS. So we'll see where we're at here tonight. Should be a fun one indeed. Joining me in the booth is my main man, Charles Sanford, the Sandman, Mr. 300. It's good to have you, my friend. Good to have you calling a game. We talked about this group stage. It's such a hit or miss thing. Now it's a BO8. Obviously, neither player has ever made Super League. Cesar's been here forever. He might as well have a couple gray hairs in his old beard and his hair at this rate. He's been trying every year to get in here, and he finally makes his debut tonight. And of course, Nick, after the last week, your thoughts on both players? Jay, I got to go there, man. I got to go there. I had to throw a little shade there, but no, all joking aside, it's all love, my friend. Your thoughts on both players? Obviously, Jay. What's that?
Someone's trying to bonk you, apparently. They did sound effect.
Let's not. Oh, God. Flashbacks. Anyway, Sam, for your thoughts on the game here.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting, I think. Both, you mentioned it, neither player really knows exactly what to do. So I guess from that aspect, I would give a slight edge to Nick for tonight, because he at least has already played 1 week. Cesar only had to watch from the sidelines. And speaking from experience, you really don't know what you're doing with this until you've actually done it for a few times. So it's going to be interesting to see how well Cesar can come out on this one. Obviously, gets the games 5 through 8, which I think can be an advantage there. Especially if you, depending on how it goes, you know what you're needing to do, know what's working for you. There's some definite advantages to that. And it's going to just be a matter of seeing which one of these guys gets that early start, I think.
Who's going to start fast? We'll find out. Let's get over to Cesar, of course, who'll type it out. Jay, welcome to Super League, man. It's been a long time coming, 3 years in the making. You're here. Obviously, Sanford mentioned off the bye, you got to readjust. But look at Acosta. He was off the bye, had to readjust. And what did he do? He got out to a hot start. Do you think the key tonight is about getting off to a hot start? You do have experience with no power play in general. You've played other leagues. You played VL. You played 2023 where no power play was a norm back then. Your thoughts and play-ins. Your thoughts on what you got to do against Nick and what you studied in that off week. Nick, I'm going to keep this question short, man. Obviously, forget last week. Let's not even talk about it. How do you try to recompartmentalize after whatever that was last week? Let's just call it that.
I mean, I'm feeling 100% right now. I'm not going to rehash anything that happened the last time I was out here, but I mean, it's not affecting me whatsoever. In fact, I feel even better than I do going into that week 1 match because I have some experience in this format under my belt. Just looking for an even match. Hope the bot gives us that at the very least. Cesar's going to be a tough opponent. No Super League experience, but he has a lot of experience just through regular season and whatnot. So it's not going to be an easy match. Just ready to lock in and get things going.
Man, Cesar's been here so many times, Sanford. He's been in these clutch situations, over 200-plus starts, all on the regular season side, never a Super League start. But that ends tonight. Of course, as we wait for Cesar to type, Nick had the coin toss. He picked tails and lost, and Cesar deferred the option. So Nick will receive the Holmes games 1 through 4. Cesar will get 5 to 8. As you said, sometimes that can be an advantage when you have the last licks. We've seen that before. But you'll see what... We'll see what happens here, Sanford. Obviously Jay is a guy that has the EXP in terms of the regular season. Nick, EXP from last week under his belt. Something's got to give. Do you think there's any keys that we missed here in this pregame, or do you think both guys are pretty locked in?
I don't think there's anything keys that we've missed, but I think it's definitely going to be imperative that Cesar does no worse than a tie here. At least with Nick, if he does lose this one, he's already gone on the board. He's gotten that win. Has at least a point underneath his belt. He has the bye week. If Cesar comes out of the bye and then loses and gets nothing, then all of a sudden he might be in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, it's the risk sometimes when week one bye, but sometimes it's worth the reward. And Jay said himself, I know what I saw last week. It's been 2 years since I last played with zero power play game for real. Whatever applied 2 years ago isn't going to cut it with the current bot. Feels good to be here finally, but I can't let that dictate my pace. I'm here to win. That's what we're all here to do. Remember, first to 5 gets you that 3 luxurious points, as points are hard to come by in this league. All right, that will do it. Short's going to be on scoreboard tonight. The scoreboard's already set. Looking forward to that. Let's get to it, ladies and gentlemen. For that, Scars is our ref. Nick, I'll give you those most famous words, man. We've been here before. How many cards, my man?
It's not going to be a carbon copy of what happened last time, I hope, but we'll start the same way. 15 cards, please.
Oh boy, full send. We'll see how this one goes. We'll start it off with the Yoshi reverse and Wonder White. Well, Sanford, we'll see what happens because we talk about the energetic vibes for both. Sometimes when you're playing your first time in your career of any new format, it takes some time to get used to. Sometimes the aggression and nerves can get there, but Cesar is one of those cold stone veterans. Let's not forget, he is the master of the Cesar 1-2 plays. He loves doing it.
Yeah, and I'm going to be honest. I don't know if giving Cesar 15 cards on the first game is the way to go. In all honesty,
you think you should have went lower? What do you think?
I think it should have been lower. I think the 10 to 12 would have been where at least for a game 1 of 8, that's where I probably would have been at for a Cesar game.
I can see why. I can as they both definitely, so we can say whatever the heck we want. I can see what you're saying because we go to the Red Logan 3. When you give 15 cards, it gives the player that's never even been here before a chance to work it out, feel a little longer, get a game 1 feeler in, and maybe neutralize that experience. We'll see. As they both run into now and now.
In current age, I'd say that 15 cards is also more likely early on to have a lot of ammo. And Cesar is definitely one of those that you don't want to have ammo.
Yeah, he's one of the. Let's face it, Cesar is one of those guys that will make you pay. If you just do not get the right amount of timing as we go to the green 8, Cesar will make you pay. In the Chama, here comes Nick. There's Caesar's own card. Cesar in the Goldie in the Apez triple play. Cesar going back to freshies now. What's he going to have in return? We talk about the returns on investment in this spot. It's important to know when to time it's Cesar. He's going to hit him with a +4 Sanford off the bat.
Wow.
Cesar not wasting time is Jay. Slicing that in half, man. He sliced that. Thoughts on that early +4 aggression there, Sanford?
Well, I don't mind it in the sense of it gives Cesar that early lead. We'll see what he has here. I'm going to be curious to see what happens with the yellow, considering we hadn't seen that since the very start. And we only see a little bit of it here. As now I get 9 to 6, so get a little vapor action.
Yep, you're good. We'll make sure the scoreboard was good. We get all right, cool.
It's going.
Yeah, you guys. I don't know what I'm thinking there. That's my fault. Red 6 now. We're going into your yard, but here's your own card.
Yep.
Oh, Jay's out. No.
Ooh.
Red for Jay. So that's intriguing, Sanford. Could have saved that +4 for later. He uses it early. That's something. I think
we don't know what he could or couldn't have done. I mean,
no, but that's a good question. That's a good question.
I mean, he did have the green 6, but we don't know how much of green he had. That's what I'll say.
Oh, agreed. Oh, aggressive off the wild into the llama yellow one. He really
double
wants that
dip.
yellow. What's that?
I was just basically saying it's back to yellow again. Maybe he senses that Nick doesn't have a lot of it, considering Nick has switched off a yellow twice now.
Yeah, this is what we saw earlier with background toasty. It could be a 2-color war, but Caesar's not budging, man. He wants that yellow. But Nick wants
And
the
it's
red.
another swap off of it.
Yeah,
That's 3 swaps off of yellow for Nick in this one game.
This is what we saw with background toasty, shades of it in game 1. But this time Caesar says, you know what, let's add another color to the mix. He goes to Big Gangsta, 111.
Green away from the rainbow.
The one is the only number, and it's not this Oriental font we picked. It's a custom standard font. One up this time to Brad. All right.
The rare 1-up that's also a double up.
I'm not sure if Caesar wants to fade back Sanford to that said yellow, or he's waiting. He's doing a good job playing patient, but Nick so far controlling more of the ammo. If he really has control of numbers, well, Caesar's been controlling the ammo early.
Well, and now does Cesar launch something off here? Gets a double play. They're both into the red zone now.
The red zone, 4 or 5 cards that can just pop up. Remember, you don't have to necessarily make 4 command chains. There's no power play. You can't take your time tonight, which is nice. Nick plays a cool Caesar. Does he have the red zone shot right here? Go ahead, Sam.
I was going to say that sometimes also, if you try and slow it down, it's been known to be a killer move, though, for some if they're used to doing the 4 cards.
Absolutely. It's risk first reward. There's no doubt. It's a little risk first reward. Well, Nick will take it.
I will say what it is. There's no reason to purposefully play only 1 card at a time if you're trying to draw, because you're not going to be drawing someone out of it like a Yepes play would be.
True. The Yepes one of those best too. Nick with a huge triple play. Wow. But Caesar 4 freshies, a chance to respond. Let's see what he's got. Caesar a guy to play OG, but he knows when to rip the top off just as much as well. Here he comes. Red 7. Does he throw the shot? He'll throw it right back, and he keeps it red. Uses the double R plus 4 right there. We see there's R making an appearance twice. And there you are, buddy.
Well, also, that is 3 of the plus 4s already gone.
Yep, you and R are gone. I think the 2 red 6s are gone too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Nick the 4, Caesar. Oh, he's got the lead. There it is. Triple play to green. Caesar in front with possession.
The interesting part to that is can't go back to red. So if there is a color swap here, it's going to be to either yellow or blue.
See what he's going to do here. Keeps it green. Caesar for 2. Does he have it right here? Nick with an interesting play with the 1s. We saw 3, and he doesn't.
Maybe he was wanting the color swap then.
Yeah, it's interesting. He didn't juice it, though, because both guys are juiced. So Caesar content to draw back, so will Nick. Yep. Draw City for now. I mean, if you're Caesar, no matter what happens here, you're happy because it's a nice long game 1. It's a nice feeler. Get your Super League starter right. Absolutely the way you want it. Here he comes. Top deck City. Does he have it?
He's loading up like he has it.
Caesar loading up. What can he do off this RE1? He'll go into another Llama Wild Yellow. Another one from Jay. He's liking those wild, Sanford. He really likes that yellow I had aforementioned earlier.
Well, I mean, that's definitely been the sense that this is what he would have to end on. He's played 3 wilds to yellow now. when you include the +4 from before.
He's had a lot of good ammo here this game, and Nick, all he can do is skip draw.
That's
Here
a
comes
choice.
Cesar. That's definitely a choice with Cesar in the building. You know he loves to take advantage of this. Let's see if he will.
Especially considering, I mean, the only play if you draw that before is that Caesar has the 5-card run. I feel like I'd rather have drawn and just tried to hope that skip was advantageous to use off the draw, rather than open it up for Caesar to be able to play off the skip regardless if it's a number or not.
Cesar looking for a massive run right here, but he'll play it cool. He's got the lead again. Nick the green. That will stop that yellow train, but this is Jay, though. Does he have a number efficient play? But no.
No, that was the color we were drawing on before, so...
Yeah, I thought he had double six, maybe back pocket, but nothing there. Nothing there. Nick will
Nick
draw back
doesn't
as well.
either.
Let's see if Jay can get... Go ahead.
I said Nick doesn't either, so... just basically like a KT play, almost.
Well, Topper.
Full top, Nick.
Chomik the Jenna. Let's see if Nick can do anything. No. Cesar, does he have anything on a zero? No.
No, I was gonna... This is gonna be the card where we get stuck and they go back to like 15. Never mind.
Another Topper from Nick into the rat in 3. Cesar, do you have a chance to respond right here? Let's see. He'll go to blue. Yeah. Okay. Tied up. Nick with possession. Nick, Cesar go to blue. Nick do his own card. Here comes Jay.
Squares it up.
Nice squares right there. Cesar to the B4 to Nom. What's it going to be from Nick? 10-minute game. As we talked about the feeler, we got the feeler for sure.
Apparently
Nick the red. Cesar draws. Nick, is this what he needs to make a run now on the Reds? Oh, it's game R +4, the final one, and he gets the job done. I don't think Jay could have did much there at the end there, but I have to say, I got to ask him early. Jay, early +4 usage, man. That yellow +4, 3 times on the wilds to yellow. Did you have too much of one color, and you were just hoping and praying he wouldn't switch any color? Or too much of anything kind of killed you there? Talk to me about that early aggression, too. Can't really ask Nick a question until I know about that early aggression, too, Sanford, because that was interesting. You normally don't see that right away from Jay. I'm interested to see what he says, because he had... No, it was just 2 wilds, Sanford. 2 wilds, yeah, not 3. 2 wilds.
Well, no, I was saying, so he had the +4 that he played to yellow. And then he had... That's what I was saying. Like I said, 3 if you include the +4.
Okay, yeah, 3 if you... I said 2 regular, 1 +4. Okay, gotcha.
But yeah, he had 3 that he used to yellow, and then 1 to red.
I'm interested in what he meant by that early +4. Cautiously, I'm thinking he's thinking, all right, the aggression's pretty high, octane. I want to see what he said before I ask Nick a question, because I'm interested to see if he's got... Maybe the only thing I could think of, Sanford, is just, you know what, used an early element of surprise.
Maybe.
We don't see that all the time, but we'll see. Just got burnt on bad choices. We move. Okay. Nick, obviously, good win there. Interesting game where it seemed pretty back and forth. You had the Ard +4 there to save you at the end, but talk to me about a little bit of the draw city and throwing that yellow skip in there into a draw. Thoughts on that? Were you just hoping for bait, or were you just saying, you know what, stick it out, maybe he won't have the yellow? Because that green 6 came in clutch, for sure.
I didn't really see a reason why I needed to hang on to the yellow skip there. I mean, if I don't play it there, then I get stuck with it when I make the swap over to the green 6, and then I just have that awkward skip hanging around on its own. So, I'm happy with my decision making that game. Let's keep on the next one.
Well, in retrospect, it definitely worked out better just because the 6 came up. it would have been interesting if it wasn't a 6 and he had gotten stuck on there. Could the skip have come up? But also depends on what that draw is, which we wouldn't.
No, yeah, it's interesting. Cesar says made some bad choices. We move. It's part of the game one process. Feel it out. Coming off that fresh buy, fresh eyes. Understandable. It's early, and you got a nice feel of the game though. No matter what, almost an 11-minute game. That's exactly what you want.
I'm not even
Why
sure that
six,
the
why
yellow
three?
is a bad choice because Nick, for most of that game, basically showed that he definitely didn't have a lot of yellow. So I don't think it was the yellow that burned. Maybe the yellow 6 if he had different yellows that could have been there, but that was about it.
Right. Yeah, the yellow 6, yellow 3. So if he would have chose the yellow 3 into a yellow 6 at some point, Nick would have went there by an extra draw. Who would have known? Well, that's it for Nick. He's done with the full send tonight. Everything else is free. We'll go to game 2. Nick, no full send. I already know where you're headed, but just for prosperity, what do you got?
You know where I'm going. It starts with a 4 and ends with 14.
Yeah, 14. Come on.
You do the rest of the work.
Come on, this is no-brainer. Well, we knew where this was going. He's not going to go anything other than that. But I will say, Sanford, giving Jay these high starts, this is what he likes. This is not something he won't refute, though. That is one thing you're right about. I will give you that.
Well, as long as Nick's wins on him, though, it doesn't really matter whether or not Cesar likes those card starts or not. So
we'll see. I think I'm interested. He's going high, and Jay, does he think about going low? That's the thing I'm thinking next level here. Does Jay say, you know what? If it ain't working, do you try a 5 or 6, which you always do? Try to spice the momentum. We'll see, though. See if we can get the win here. But Nick's so far in good control and ammo and decision making early. Now Jay got a feel under his belt. Let's see if Nick goes for the early switch. Yeah.
it does.
There it is. Nailed that read. Brock 1. Here comes Jay. Up to the yellow 6. Into Steven. Now, Nick looking to fire back here. Does he play light switch heavy? We've seen Drip a lot, man. Drip has been popular so far in Super League.
Which
Here
is
comes
surprising
Jay.
considering he's on a 0.
Yeah, zero sugar switches are like drinking water, man. They're not as rare as you think. See what it'll be. Yellow 4. I think Jay aggressive again with the wilds. Into the Griseth wild. This is really aggressive here, Sanford. It's either A, he's got a really good hand here, as Nick probably is going to agree anyway, ironically. Or he's trying to weed through it again like the first game with a lot of numbers in one color. Let's find out. Nothing like using your own card against someone else. And that's what Jay Cesar does.
Definitely nothing like it.
Yeah, there's only select cards. It's hard to use a 0 against you, but a +2, +4, even a wild reverse skip, the best. Oh, we're in hype moments, says Jay. We'll see if he can get some hype here built into this game, too. As we go to the blue 7 in the lane from Yepes. Now into the blue. Can Cesar roll with the blues here? Into Pandora's opener. What's he got? He seemed to have faded that green. He'll go for a double, and Cesar still keeping up the pace here. Stanford up big. Nick now looking to fire back as a double play, but he'll fire back with a +2, and we have a tie game. Cesar possession arrow. Into the old clay, into Andy. What's it going to be here? Cesar drawing. No blue for Jay, and now Nick can run the blues here effectively. He will. Into the gangsta. Can Cesar get the switch? Gotta be thinking switch here. He's going to have some here, Sanford. No shot he doesn't.
Well, he's coming off the draw, so depends on what he top decked. Got
+4. Another aggressive play from Jay. Does Nick have a blue 6, though? Damn.
Or did he get a blue 6?
That's two. This is interesting here at Sanford. Cesar is going aggressive tonight. He's not leaving anything to take. It's like give and take. It's all take from him tonight. There's no doubt. But doesn't matter if it's all take because guess what? It can be all take right now. But for Nick, he can have a little bit of give and get the win at the end. He'll go back to the blue. There it is. 0 sugar to add.
Wow.
I mean, does Jay have an answer for that? Let's see. It'd have to be a 0 switch, most likely.
No, because the odds are of having one of the 2 remaining zeros.
You never know in this league, though, man. You just never know anymore. These guys are so good. Nick plays ISO.
Both draw.
Yeah, we're going to Draw City. And we're going for a while.
Blueberry 0?
Yes, sir. Blueberry 0, www.triggerenergy.com. I'm just surprised.
I mean, while we have to Draw City on it, might as well have it in there for sure.
No, yeah, my fault, man. I'm just surprised that. I'm just surprised from this is not like him to throw all these early +4s, and I'm interested on what the mindset is tonight. He's definitely firing a lot more than usual. We saw this with Monkey. I'm getting flashbacks to when he played Monkey. He did a lot of defensive playing, and he lost in the end. But I got to ask him what's up with the more defensive yet offensive plays early. Interesting. All right, well, blue 1 here. Cesar, he's going to try to get out of it. There he gets out of it now. There's Nom.
No. That might not be a good sign either, though, for Draw City. Get Lonely Man while neither player seem to have blue.
Oh, boy. Singing the blues with Mr. Lonely? I think Cesar might get out of this here. He's going to try. I think he wants to be the first one to get out of it, regardless. We'll see what he'll do here. Still drawn.
Both players now into double figures.
See what happens here. Another top deck from Jay. He keeps it up with these top decks, man. He's been just very precise with these top decks. As Nick's going to go to red now.
Now, how well does that free up both players, though?
Look at the CH. Let's see. Pretty good because the Reds. Yeah.
My card.
Hockey and Sanford, they both played. So 7-17. Cesar's starting to run here. He is starting to run here, Sanford. This is. If you're Jay, this is what you want. I think this is the fine time to play aggression. Earlier was interesting, but now this is a good time.
Well, and the interesting part is he's got Nick at a point where Nick also basically forced to play. He can't just draw it back at 17. So if he had a card, he almost basically had to play it there.
Yeah, he did, and I think that's what Jay's trying to do. Is he's trying to speed Nick up on not just card starts that old magical Draw City, but he's trying to speed Nick up with his processing, and it's a smart strategy if you're Jay, especially with I can understand the aggression, speed up the processing, and there it is, huge play from Cesar, another hockey +2. That's out. We're out of those, and now he's down at 2. Let's see what will be from Nick. What's he got here in the back pocket? Cesar has run the gauntlet down here to 2 cards, looking for the win to tie it up. Really taking his time here is Nick thinking this one through. Jay is really speeding up the clock, man, and he'll go for a +2 of his own. So now Cesar, if any chance to getting that done, we'll be taking a step back here. Let's see.
Out of yellow.
Trying to get out of it. Let's see.
So
Go ahead.
that was very interesting to switch to yellow like that when you didn't have yellow back it up.
Oh, he's trying to rush. He's trying to rush certain things. You can see it. He's trying to rush certain things, and I think he's trying to get Nick to bait some ammo and flush it out of him. But it's a 7-card advantage for Cesar, so he does have some leg room to play with. Nick still has to figure something out from behind her. Looking to go half off special on the scoreboard if he can play a regular card. He won't to go for a double. He's cutting the gap now. Can Cesar get out of it with the 1? Or a topper? He can't.
No.
Still drawing. What will Nick do right here, man? Cesar definitely tried the hurry up strat, and now Nick can run it clean. Can he get out of it with the yellow, too? Nick getting closer. He will in the green. Now it's the gone. New ball game, just like that.
Definitely a much needed card there for Cesar to have gotten. Oh,
He was back to red. Let's see if Cesar. Well, maybe he has. Maybe he saves. Yep. I was going to say, maybe he saves something or top decks are starting to come into play. So not out of it yet.
finds
on
the
that
final red 5.
Do you have anything here, though? He does. He's got more red. So this is not a bad move from Cesar. Nick, try to go red here and force a little bit more into Cesar's hand. But Cesar responds. Nick, I understand the play there. The question is, with no red +2s, is that a safe zone for both? Trying to get both guys into a safe zone, maybe heat their guards down. We'll find out. Nick taking his time, thinking this one through as we go into background character. Yeah, you got to think right here, Sam, for Cesar and Nick at the same time. They both understand pace management. They've been here before. I think it's going to come down to a little bit of that CH and what's the next appropriate move, because Nick's trying to play calculated. Cesar's been trying to play aggressive. There's not many action cards left and right on the skips. So who's got those last skips could be something to watch out with plenty of +2s and green, yellow, and blue ready to go. Nick still taking his time, thinking this one through. Reminder at home to the fans, we will have an interview tomorrow night with good old Vera Gold. Vera Gold will be on 7 o'clock. Then we'll have Toasty at 7 as well the next day. Then Art and I will recap week 2, preview week 3 at 9:30. And then we'll get into potentially an interview with Lara next week. And as well as week 3 will begin. And, Nick with the yellow wild there, Sanford. Interesting. Trying to get Cesar into a draw city, maybe?
I don't know. I mean, this is the wild color that Caesar's liked so far.
Yeah, I was going to say. Oh, he goes with
But
the
he doesn't
KT.
like this time.
Goes with the KT. Plays the old wild save. You got to respect with Jay a wild save. He's one of the best at doing it. He loves those wild saves. Lamas to KT. Can Nick get back to yellow? No, he plays his own card. Jay, now squarely in the red zone, Sanford. Can he finish it off?
Maybe, but this was the color they were both stuck on before.
Game.
Oh my goodness.
Huge run. That's game. Cesar lights it up. We're tied at 1. Jay, obviously, the aggression, man, with the early +4 again, the early wild again, and a +4. A lot of double plays. Really, your own card with the aura, as you said. Talk to me about the aggression level, and did you think that offset green wild was a trail start, right? You wanted to trail that start and almost used to draw city to your advantage. Talk to me through it, buddy. Nick, obviously, you had everything right. You set up Cesar for a yellow wild. He was going to be flushed. He ultimately saved the wild. But talk to me about some of the plusers in return he got. He definitely had a lot to throw. Did you get anything good, or was it a case you just needed a longer draw city?
I didn't have any that I really had to play with. I could have drawn there. Green. He had the green 8 to switch off the red 8s. Even if I draw there and don't hold on to the wild, I don't think there was really anything I could have done to avoid the loss there. But it's all right. We move on from that.
1-1 now. We'll see what Jay says. Yeah, Sanford, I think both guys have well, both guys have settled in. There's no doubt. When you've played 23 minutes here, you settled in. I'm going to make an announcement in a second, too, that we do have something to talk about. I did forget this one thing. But your thoughts on these first two games? Definitely back and forth. Both guys have gotten ammo. Both guys have gotten a win here on a higher tier. What do we think as Andy joins us?
I kind of agree that it's definitely been back and forth. We've seen so far it's been a game of high-tiered starts, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens when we get down lower. I mean, obviously, eventually, not going to be able to just pick 15 and 14 the entire time, so going to have to get down to that 10, 11 area. What happens when we get to there? Do we go down into 8, 7? But so far, both players kind of gained good stuff off of the top. Going to be interesting to see who gets those runs first then.
Sometimes to break the runs, you got to find a little bit of, well, whew, if I got to win, I need to fire off all my cylinders. Can't let this get into my head, though. I need to prepare for whatever happens next. Classic right there, Sanford. Avoid the question right there. That's great for Jay. Good from him. Classic. No, all joking aside. I understand. It's getting intense. You know, you got this hired stuff, 10-plus minute game. I understand completely. It's going to always be a back-and-forth match. Now, Nick will get the call again, buddy. No 15, still no full sender. What are we looking at?
You know what? 7 cards.
He's going to drop it down. He's going to try the old Sanford staff, split that in half. We'll see what he gets here. G2. The guy to start us off. And Sanford, we said it before, and we'll say it again. When you split it in half, you're trying to steal momentum the other side. You didn't get maybe the best hand on that upper tier. Split it in half, go a little lower, see if you can change the momentum. See what Jay's going to do here off the red 2 is Nick. Early switch again into Zach. See what Jay will do. This can go quicker. We talk about it all the time, Sanford. Lower amount of numbers, or lower card start number, these games can fly off the shelves, and all it takes is one plan A, and Jay's out again.
Wow. Just so many draws for Cesar.
Yeah, it's been hit or miss with him. Holy moly!
Artificial close.
A top deck potential he's aggressive. Tonight, this is an animal unlocked. This is the most aggression we've seen from this guy, and he's gonna make it. It's working. Both are iced on red and green. That is intriguing, man. Yellow, you'd think that'd be a free color. Shouldn't be no harm, no foul there.
Picking the wrong number.
Cesar double. Maybe not. Maybe he's running low. Oh boy. Remember, no power play though, so you can't be more aggressive with no power play. There's a +2 from Nick. Tie game. Jay looking for a potential PA here if he can close. He goes to blue. He gets the switch.
Okay.
Remember, Nick only has one more home game after this. Cesar and Nick in the red zone squarely here. Cesar plays. It's draws first here. Who's going to draw first? Who draws first blood to that finish?
Of course, also if they don't, Cesar has the possession arrow if he would get to Uno first.
Oh, back to yellow.
That's
huge. Does Cesar have any one special right here? He's got to have some number efficiency. No.
Nope.
No one special. Now, Nick, is this Draw City or has he got... Yep, Draw City. ISO.
Well, I will say Cesar probably had some number efficiency, but probably was in something else other than blue and wasn't on the 1.
Freeze them up. So they both free on the red. Interesting. Not that low of a Straw City. Here comes Nick. Ditto disappear. Here comes Cesar again. Nothing. Oh, he's 2-color. Needed the blue. And Jay needed the blue. And he gets the blue, but is it too late? Does Cesar have anything on this blue? He does not. Just reverse draw. Is that Nick for a 2-1? Survey says. We'll see.
So I was just trying to make sure it wasn't double 4.
Yeah. His own card to finish it off. Nothing really to say there. I will go to Nick here once he unmutes. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know, man. I don't get that reference. But that's what your profile picture was? I always wondered that.
It's Karate Joe from the hit Rhythm Heaven.
Did you cut out there?
Somewhat.
I thought you were cutting out there. My bad.
We didn't hear everything you had said. We heard Karate Joe.
You're Karate Joe and then a long pause.
Karate Joe from the hit series Rhythm Heaven.
I'll have to look it up.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
No.
But...
Anyway, well, I'll look it up a little later.
I barely just started getting into the whole let's stream my content for like what I watch in a day.
I will say, Nick, I got to go to you. Really interesting number efficiency there. That definitely won the game there. Talk to me about the number efficiency going back and forth. Did you save that red one or did you top deck it? Because ultimately, Jay was just flushed down 2-3 colors.
Yeah, it was just nice to be able to have the number line up that way. It was a little bit of a scary 7-card game there because I initially didn't really have much off the start, but got the numbers to work for me to where I was able to take that game 3 pretty efficiently.
Cesar, I don't think you had much going for you. However, you did go aggressive on that red wild or red +2 green wild. Talk to me about the aggression, and did you need it to stay green? Yeah, I think that's the thing, Sanford, with the aggression for Cesar. It's hit or miss. Sometimes it works, sometimes it's miss. It hits sometimes, it misses. So I'm interested to see what he will do. We'll see what he says.
And tragically, he's trying to make sure that he doesn't choke like his profile picture.
Oh boy. Then for sometimes something to we're moving for. Yeah. It's true. It's true. When you don't have the connection, Sanford, you just got to move forward. I think with 7 cards, you can only do somewhat. When you go from upper tier to lower, it's a different adjustment. And hey, it's gonna happen sometimes. You got to learn the feeler between upper to lower and back to higher. We've been all over the board on this card start, so something to keep in mind for sure. Well, I'll go over to Nick again. Nick, your last home start, man. Make it count. 7-15 off the board. What are we thinking?
Ashley, look away. I'm going between 7 and 8 cards again. Look away. It's happening again. 8 cards, please.
Well, I think she's doing somewhere 40,000 feet here. Probably on an interview. So we're good. Don't worry.
Oh gosh.
What?
A green 8 on the 8-card start.
I don't know what that, dude. What is these stuff?
I know that meme only because of my students last year. I know that.
What does that even mean?
I don't know what it means. I just know that I know the meme.
Oh yeah, no. That's okay.
I mean, it's definitely an annoying sound effect when people do it.
It's a nothing meme. Okay, well, I'll leave it at that. All right. I'm wearing new things every day, Sanford, man.
Well, I mean, if you don't know memes, yeah, that is a problem.
No. Then most of my base I know is that I've seen before. I have seen that though. I have seen. Well, I do. You're right.
Well, we've got a green
stick.
Right. So, Cesar, hopefully he doesn't play the 7. No, he goes for the green there.
I don't even know. I'm wearing it every day. I'll tell you that much. We'll go into Brian. Well, once again, though, 7-8 cards, right? We talked about this. It can be hit or miss, as Cesar now will look for connection here. Does he have one? He'll go to the Nick 9 over the Nick's card, using it against him potentially. It's always fun.
Well, unless Nick has the answer to this automatically.
I think he will. I think very likely he will. Might have a big answer too. Yeah, that's a huge answer. Triple play into his own round, Knicks.
Kind of a ditto.
Yeah. Workaround, ditto. Call it workaround. Cesar needs this game, Sanford. You don't want to go down 3-1, even though you got the homestand. That's a tough pill. He needs to find a way to get to 2-2. See what he'll have here. Does he have a +4 just to stop it right here? They called it! There it is. We're still in session. In another
Over to
art.
red.
Well, that will stop Nick in his tracks, and now both guys. Well, now Cesar squarely in the red zone. Let's see if he can play. He will. Red zone, red 7. What's he going to have here? G7 over to green from the Pez. From Nick, does Cesar have a green? He had faded it off earlier. Did he save something? Did he fade it off well? That's going to be the key for Cesar. He does!
It's Cap.
There he is. Good old beamy eyes. And now he's out. So it was just the classic one extra card in the field tank, and he burned out. Nick going to draw as well, though. So Cesar gets away with it. We'll go to top deck city. He gets a topper and Aria. But so does Nick. It's still plan 5. Can Cesar get this to 2 on a 5? No. Nick, does he switch it? No. Top decks again. We're waiting. Nothing here. I mean, that's going to be the key, Sanford, right? Top decks, fading it off, trying to potentially see if there's a weakness on a color. See green's a weakness on both. Something to keep in mind for sure. Now, Nick looking to find a little bit more on this top deck here, on this draw city. He's been favoring this all night. Let's see what he's getting. He goes into the Llama Wild.
That's been a theme of the night.
Yeah, Llamas has been making a ton of appearances. It's like he's almost here. Caesar +2. Does a double play and another drip. How many we've been seeing?
Enough.
Yeah, double play. We've been seeing the exact. It's like double vision with some of these cards. It's unreal. Steven 6, Caesar's out. Nick looking to run now on the yellow. He will into the Acosta. Can Cesar get the switch on the 9s? No, but he'll get a top deck even at 3. And it's okay. Top deck city into a ditto. Nick for check or to finish it off with a +4 combo. Up. Read that like a book. Nothing really to say on that one. But I will have a question. I'll go to Jay. Jay, obviously, aggression was the key in that game. Did another +4 to save it. I'm going to assume not a lot of connectors, and you had to fight from behind, scratch and claw. Ultimately ran out, which is not enough colors. So, Nick, pretty not from connections. Gotcha. Pretty basic stuff right there early. Get into the draw city. May benefit from that. Talk to me what you got in that return of that +4 and the ever flow of the game through first 4 as you're up 3-1.
I think going down to 7 and 8 cards really worked out. Again, it was a little scary not having
immediately too much on,
but it's fine. I was able to navigate the up 3-1 now going into the away stand in an even better spot was against Brad. So, it's looking positive right now. Just got to stay locked in. Hopefully walk away from this with a win.
Jay, what do you got to do in your next 4 games? Is you'll get the call for our next 4. Try to get the 4-0 sweep and get the 3 points. Or at this rate, is it just about, get the point, try to get 3 out of the 4 and play for the tie? What's your mindset heading into your homestand? And listen, Sanford, we saw this with Background Gold. Background was up 3-1, everything in control, and then all of a sudden Gold rallied back. Think smarter, not harder. Pretty wise words from Jay right there. Just think smarter, not harder. We'll see what he thinks on the start. Your thoughts on these first 4 games before we get into the next 4, Sanford, where we're headed here?
I mean, it's pretty simple. Nick did what he needed to do. Like he said, he has to still stay focused though. Job's not done. Just a matter of he's put himself in a good spot. Cesar has to win out to go and get the 3 points. So long as he can, the goal basically for Nick is going to have to be get at least one. Once he gets one, then he can try and worry about getting the second. But yeah, in a good spot here, definitely. Looks like mid-tier is going to be where Nick wants to thrive, but will Cesar give that to him? That's going to be the question.
Well, that's the thing. Cesar won't be able to pick 14, but he's free everywhere else. Let's find out. Cesar, no 14, buddy. Free everywhere else. What do we think? Yep, upper tier 12. I like this from Cesar. Not going to 15 right away. Oh man. The tempting start. The +2. Does he do it? And he's been aggressive. Let's see. In the clay. Does he do it, Sanford? That's going to be the question. He won't. And Cesar's not a guy to do that. He's more reserved, knows when to take it off the top, for sure. And Nick will play right into that with the Andy 3 in the building. See what Cesar do here. Now into the blue, looking to find some aggression. He'll go for a double play, and he's down at single digits just like that. Cesar up 2, looking to get up maybe more if he has another back-end play on reverses potentially. He'll go into Brad from Nick. Does he look for the switch? Does he split those skips and reverses? Does he have a little split ammo in the back pocket? Now he'll go 1 down to the gangsta. Half off into the gangsta. Nick looking to fire away here. He willing to knob.
Okay.
Cesar
Cesar
another
runs out.
draw. Yeah, that's JT dry right there. That's not even ISO. That's just JT dry. Unless he wants Nick to force the switch. Let's see. Oh, he might get it. There we go.
It does, if that's what Cesar wanted.
Oh, he wanted it. His own card. And he's got the lead squarely now, up 3. Momentum shift from Jay. Nick into a G2. The gun. What will Cesar do right here? Goes half off again into Aria. What's it going to be here from Nick? So far, so good for him. Up 3-1. Looking to get this into a minimum of a tie if he can get one more as we go into a yellow 1. Yellow 5 now from Jay. Up to the Sting. Can Nick find anything on the yellow after the switch? Thinking this one through, and he'll go up to the Steven 6. Jay's still in the red zone, Sanford. He's here now. He's definitely here. Red zone coming for Cesar. What's he going to occupy right here? Does he have a big run to finish it off and get this to a 3-2? No,
Nope,
but he
just
does the
double.
classic.
Another R.
+4. Yeah, Art has been flying off the shelves. Might as well call and say, hey, did you make an appearance? Art flying off the shelves. What's it going to be here from Nick? 4 freshies. What's the return? Back to yellow. It's the classic move, but does Cesar save it wild? He's good with this. No, not that time. So Nick gets the isolation. Is it a KT classic? It is. Called it. Now it's top deck Kevin. There I am. Yep. Now we'll go back on the track. The KT Classic on the Llama Wild. Llamas has been flying off the shelf. Art's been flying off the shelves. Drip's been off the shelves. You've been off the. Everyone's been off the shelves tonight. Here comes Nick. What did he get off the shelf? He could be a quick classic though, and get out of it quickly.
Oh, this wasn't a quick classic.
Oh, this could be something mega right here. Let's see. Oh, it is mega quadruple. He's out of
though.
the yellow. Into the green, but Cesar's still in the red zone, despite all that. What's he got on this green now? Fresh color. Plays it cool. See what Nick's gonna do right here. Does he have anything on this green? He'll play it cool. Maybe hoping Jay runs out. What's it gonna be from Cesar? He goes to the G4 in the cap. Nick's still waiting for it. I mean, Sanford, I'm looking at this card. I'm trying to study the card history to go G5 into LaPlante. Green has been the most used color. Red's been pretty low tide. And I was just about to say, yeah, who will go to red potentially could seal it as we go another draw city from Cesar potentially.
Now, the problem is both players probably going to know that or realize it. So it's going to be one of those. I don't think either one's going to go to red until they absolutely have no choice.
Here comes Nick. Let's see what he's got. He's in the red zone now. Is this a finisher or a chance to get the check for the win? Oh my goodness. It's a finisher and he's up 4-1. He's got the minimum 1 point. I'm going to err on the side of caution. Jay had nothing there. Jay, anything? Yeah, we had a little draw city, but other than the +4, did you have anything else? Or did you just have not enough blue connectors to... Oh, boy.
Well, he also facepalmed it, though.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Could be one of those games where maybe some mental errors. Who knows? Nick, pretty... I don't know. Pretty nip and tuck right there. The KT Wild Classic right there on the Llama Yellow. You changed a little... Nothing, just... Yeah. Did that change the momentum when you did that classic? Because you really did a half classic, right? You drew... Didn't want to throw any yellows for potentially maybe throwing the wrong number, and he switches back. Your thoughts on just playing the patient classic there and then running it to the end and getting a minimum tie?
No, getting the tie here is absolutely huge. That wild play, I think that was play of that singular game there. Just being able to slow C down, and I'd force him into an uncomfortable later on green. Yeah, really happy with being able to at least lock up tie. I know the job's not done, though. I'm looking for a win. Got 3 shots at the apple.
Let's see what happens.
Like, Nick, was he cutting out there, Sanford? Or was it just me?
I mean, he's cut out.
It might just be my internet.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's not me. Okay, I was gonna say. Sometimes I trip on this app, but I'm not patient zero tonight.
That one, I just know he has cut out at times.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have seen weird things. Nick cutting that. I mean, Art dropped off the face of the earth 4 times, and I thought I was seeing things. So. Never know here. You never know with my Discord luck. I'm patient zero. I still will forever be patient zero on this app. But yeah, Sanford, nothing to line up for Jay. He's tried everything tonight on Card Star variety. Can't say he hasn't. It's just been one of those nights, I can really say. Nick's been just taking care of business. Is that part of the rust, or do you think there's something more to that?
Hard to say with Cesar. Ironically enough, could be a little bit of both, truthfully.
Well, we'll see what happens, because he's going to have to go out there and win 3 straight to at least get the tie, or else Nick's going to take a much vital 3 points. We'll see what happens here. All right, Jay. Nothing's been working. What do we got? 14 is off. Nothing ascending.
Oh, boy.
It's either no send or full send.
Yeah,
Sending it on the Oh, jeez.
He's lost on it once already.
That meme is... I did not think he was going to do that one. I'm not going to lie. You don't want to try a face plant. We'll see.
Well, I mean, ironically enough, that might be because he has been so far tonight.
Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, a little bit of insider info there. Well, I mean, there's only one thing you can do, right, Sanford, for Jay? There's only one direction. That's up. Shoot some ladders. He's got to go up the ladder, and what better way to start the ladder than going for a double play?
Green reverse. So within 2 cards, the green reverses are gone.
Nick into a yellow. Let's see what Cesar's going to do here, Sanford, because so far,
Turn on switches.
so far, the aggression on the switching has been more in favor of Cesar on really ammo and switching. Nick's been just playing it cool. And there we go. Right on cue into Zach. Trips deuce. Gone bow into Zach.
Dude?
And back to yellow from Nick. Does Cesar have yellow here? You got to think he would. He wouldn't just fade that off and have nothing, surely, right? Oh, boy. Yeah, this is... there's drip again. This is definitely... Cesar... a little desperate, I think, and just trying everything. I think he says, you know what, nothing to lose. Throw the playbook out the window. Let's get aggressive, see if it works out. If that's the case, you can't fault the guy.
You can't fault it, but the only problem is in this situation, that's the game 7, game 8 thing if you've already lost. Like that's realistically where to go with it there, but this is interesting. We'll have to see if it works, because if not, then he's automatically down, and he still has 2 extra games of having to piece together a what to do.
We did see someone lose 6-2. That was Toaster Guy. No one wants to listen. With Cesar, he has the only benefit. He does have 3 more games compared to a lot of people only have 2 more to go. But you want to start off strong like Acosta did last night. Into a red 3. Back to, oh boy, into monkey. Trips 3. Does Cesar come prepared? He does! There's the rainbow. Pop the Skittles into the red. Oh man, that's the first Skittles of the game, but you got to think here, Sanford, as we go into the G3. Is this giving Nick a little bit? Yeah, we've seen so many +2/9 combos tonight. Cesar's own card. I was just going to say, is this one too many switches? And for now, it is. Cesar looking for something right here. Can he find it? He will. Double play erases it. But it's still Nick up with the possession error and a 1 possession lead. Into the Ariolera. Here comes Nick. Goes into Brian again. Let's see what will be from Cesar. He's been aggressive. Let's see what it's going to be here from Jay. He's been really aggressive all night on +4. I've got a sense he might be going for 1 here. But we'll go for a triple. End around. He'll get out to red. Now he's got the possession and the lead. Nick, what does he have response in red? He'll go 1 down. There you are, buddy. Someone joins us. It's Monkey. Cesar's drawing. What's it going to be from Nick? Plays it cool in a ghost. He's squarely in the RZ, the red zone. Can Jay get out of it with the switch? He does! +4 topper might have saved him there, Sanford.
Yeah, it might have.
Yeah, he needed something, and there we go. But does Nick have a red 9 just to end that? That's the risk, right? Does he have an Allen 9 to stop it? Always going to be the risk when you play this game of +4s early.
Oh,
or that.
Skip?
Myth to Leah. I have no answer for that. Quadruple play in the Girard and Camaro. And he's got the lead.
5-bagger.
There's no... Wait a minute. That's what Nick won in the red. That's nasty.
Oh, that ain't fair.
That's nasty. That's nasty.
That ain't fair.
Nasty for... I don't got anything. It doesn't matter what Jay could have done. He was out to lunch on that. And Nick, I don't even got a question for you, Jay. That's just... There's nothing you can do on that. Nick, nothing to really add. The only thing was, did your eyes light up on that rainbow green 3? Because ironically, if he doesn't do that, it might have foiled your plan, ironically. Thoughts on that? That's really all I got.
I'm glad I got the win there. Some of it was start, some of it was off the +4. But I'm really happy with how the series has gone. Locked up the win. Gonna be walking away into my bye with the lead over the group. Just gonna keep the foot to the pedal to the floor, trying to get as much game differential out of this as I can. It's not over until we're through with game 8.
I don't got anything to say for it. We're pretty much done with the commentary now. It's garbage time. I don't. That's the series. I mean, the only thing I could have even remotely asked Jay was if he had a regular wild to stop it. Did you get a top deck +4? Was that the ultimate save? Or you think this could have been ended earlier? I don't really know, because I think a lot of that stuff he got was from the +4. I do agree. Yeah, I don't have much to say for that. That's just a nasty hand. We'll see what Jay says here, but nothing outside. I got. Yeah. Nah, you can't do much on that. No. And then now Jay, really now Sanford for Jay, it's get the try to salvage the -2. This could get out of hand real quick. He's going to have to salvage something. We'll go to the last 2 games, talking more garbage time Uno. That's pretty much what we do with this. So, Jay, your call, man. Still no 14. What are we thinking here? He'll go 10, so he's going to try to go 5 on the right, 5 on the left. 10 cards in the building, and it's a wild start. We'll go to Sanford. I mean, looking ahead, Sanford, Nick said it himself. He's going to be on a bye.
Oh no.
I think Jay's just he's had enough tonight. I think he's just had enough tonight. What is the outlook for both players? Because Nick on a bye will have the points lead. Jay, he's got a tough match next week. Your thoughts on him playing Gone? And that's not going to be easy because Gone just won today. Or this upcoming weekend.
At this point for Cesar, it's just trying to get some momentum going. See if he can't just get something. This one obviously all wrapped up. Hasn't had the cards all night. These last 2 games, it's maybe try some stuff that he's been working on, see if anything can't click. Try some experimentation a little bit that don't really have anything left to fight for on this game. Maybe something will click for next week.
Yeah. I'm just got to click for next week because right now, as we go into a yellow 6, Jay is going to need to find something. As for Nick, he did what he had to do, right? Now he'll go into a bye. Week 4, he'll be his chance to shake it up and go from there. You look at the way this is shaping next week too, Sanford. I know you may or may not be with the art show when we do the week 3 previews. We go into the G6 Vapor. Your thoughts on Brad versus Lara? That's going to be interesting. Brad, not in the basement anymore, but still not in the top 3. And Lara coming off the bye after a big week 1 win. Thoughts on that one?
Sorry, hold on. Yeah, for that one, if I remember correctly, Lara basically up at the top, so
Yeah, second now.
probably a lot more on the line there for Lara, in that that they are in a good spot standings wise.
Huge play from Nick, triple.
Yeah, Lara in a good spot coming off the bye. We'll have I'm trying to concentrate on 2 things.
Oh boy. Okay.
That's my bad. Poor timing, West Coast and all that.
Understand.
Gonna be interesting with what I got nothing. Oh my gosh, I had something in my mind and then I lost.
I've never seen
lost
Sanford
my thought,
stumble.
I'm sorry.
Hey, that's okay. I'll pick it up. Listen, as Cesar actually throws a green wild and it works out for once. I think for Brad, he needs to get back on track to what he's normally known for, methodical play style, right? Well, Lara plays the same way. Or the only difference is, Lara plays the same way, but Lara's got the. What is this?
What?
Oh, wrong error. Okay.
Well,
Jay a little bit off there. Who knows where his head's at right now, but yeah, I mean, I guess I go to short. He can come in. It's garbage time. Uno. There's really not much to say. The series is over. Your thoughts on the week ahead? Then give your thoughts. Go ahead.
Oh, week ahead. Well, I mean, you'll see the top guy in this group go into the bye up top. He'll probably unless everyone draws, they're gonna see he's not gonna see that lead last with how this group is. Yeah, Brad Lara gonna be interesting. Lara coming off the bye after getting that win. And of course, Gold coming off the bye to face Monkey needing that win as well. After, well, not necessarily needing it, but definitely would like to have it after starting off 1-1. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what goes down. Group A definitely nothing's really done now with you. It's gonna be interesting to watch. There are 3 horses in that race, and I mean, definitely for Brad, a win on Lara could be huge to keep him in it, keep it competitive. But if Lara wins it, he's gonna be in a really good spot. I'm just trying to
No one's out of it in Group A. Group B, Toasty's not thin ice. That's the only one.
I ain't saying nothing about anyone being out, but it'll make it even more ultra competitive. And yeah, again, I was just trying to find the B standings. Yeah, similar situation as well. Yeah. Yeah, similar situation for B though. Gold's gonna need the win coming off the bye. Still has a lot of work to do. These groups are far from over. It's only gonna be we're only at the midpoint as Cesar gets a win here.
Yeah, I don't have much. Like I said, we're garbage time. Uno, it's Nick already got the 5 wins, but
it may be garbage time, but the GD always helps.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll go to Jay real quick. Jay, obviously, the first time all night where a wild actually worked out. Did you finally get the hand there, or was it a case of that ISO really played into your strength? Talk to me through it. That's all I got. Nick, I don't have much to, unless you have anything to add. Go ahead.
He's already making his call.
Hey, we'll just get the game, A. Screw the questions. Let's just get the game, A.
Had the hand for once.
There you go, buddy. We'll get the game, A. I'll get the new stuff. Lambus will make the new stuff. Well, yeah, it's been all Nick on the Wilds for sure. It's been all Nick on the Wild. But I agree, it's more so what compliments.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, he is behind on both. It's crazy to see he's behind on both of them despite being up that. Yeah.
I get what Jay's saying. I 100%. You got to have the connectors. I understand what you're saying.
No, I get you.
Because Jay's only been doing those +4s with a number. He hasn't been doing +4, +2, +1, plus reverse rate. He hasn't been doing those crazy. It's just been +4 numbers.
-5 on the skips, -3 on the +2s, +3 on the reverses, but.
And for Jay, listen, his outlook, all right, it's bleak right now, but that's the one saving grace is he's still got 3 more games to go, right? When you have 3 more to go, you're a week behind on the week 1 bye. You still got 3 more shots at the apple. He'll build up to getting to where he wants to be, but yeah, week 1, the trick with that,
you got on the back foot that much more because you don't have that. You don't have the bye week now, and you're then, in this case, it's going to be at least 3 points behind the cutoff?
Yes. In this group it is, yes.
So while next week isn't going to be a must-win for Cesar is already in a situation where he is going to have to win one of the next games.
Yeah, he's going to have to go out there and win against I forgot. Who's he play week 4? I know week 3 got gone. We're not going to be able to update the standings because I'd have to give it the Llamas.
The problem is you can't update the standings without the GD.
Yeah.
That too, yeah. And Llamas can't make no graphics intense. That's possible.
Yeah, with standings harder. That's why I wasn't sure.
No, you can update the schedule. That's about all you can do.
Yeah, that's up right now. But
yeah, we'll see. Cesar's going to have to go figure out a way to either get it done next week as we go into a Ashley Wild against Gon, or he needs to figure something out against Lara. Maybe there's something out there with Brad, but he's got potential, man. As we go into a Green Wild, we're going crisscross applesauce on 2 colors. But he's now had his taste of the sun in his first match of Super League. Now he knows what to expect. As for Nick, not much to really say. He's got the points lead on a bye. Let him enjoy his bye. That's all I got. But for the other group, Monkey, definitely, as we go to a double play, Lara and LaPlante. Monkey will have an interesting game against Gold. Gold coming off the bye. Fresh, right? Ironically, at the bottom of the basement with Toasty. That's a big pivotal game. Monkey on a week 4 bye. He needs that one. Acosta Toast. Toasty's rematch hell. As we go to a blue 4, we'll see what he can do. Toasty's final rematch of the group. And maybe for the better. Been 0-2 on those.
Already a check.
Yep, Cesar, was he have an answer on the check? Let's see. Remember, GD's important, so. Yep, there it is. +2 draw. A little save play. Don't blame him. Nick, potentially could have closed it off. We'll see. Delays the inevitable, potentially. But no, good play from Cesar on the +2. Save the game. We'll keep it going. But that's pretty much the recap as we get a top deck Nick the Nom. That's really all I got. Sanford. We did as much garbage time as we can. We'll preview everything week 3, 9:30. Can't wait to see what Gold says in an interview tomorrow. Can't wait to see what Lara's got an interview soon. Can't wait to see what Prochex and I got dialed up. Should be a good weekend. D2 stuff wraps up hopefully this weekend, knock on wood, with Mihel and Gio and Pika waiting the winner.
3 games left. Losers bracket final Friday at 5, and then grand finals for whoever gets Pikachu. And the fun thing about that one is whoever wins that, it'll be a guaranteed rematch because Pikachu sent both Mihel and Gio to the losers bracket.
See how that one goes. Should be wrapped up. Just Nick with another double check here. Let's see. Can Jay stop this one? Does he have any stops here in the back pocket? Let's see. Goes to red. Is that a fatal switch or is it Nick for the win? No, great switch. So Jay keeps it alive. There you are, buddy. The old Sanford. Cesar's still rolling. Let's see. Still on life support.
Look, there he is.
Jay? Is it drawing here? No, never mind. Right through.
Holding on for dear life. Trying to get that -2 instead of -4 GD.
See what he can do. On a green. Here comes Jay. 0 sugar in the Jenna. Nick to check. Does Cesar have anything on the 2? Let's see.
Oh.
And it didn't matter. No.
That's now +4 GD for Nick. And he takes the lead in the group.
I don't got much to say on that one, really, Jay. Just the delayed inevitable. Yeah, he's gonna have to go into next week. Thinking big result for sure. Cesar, I'm not
for Cesar.
I'm not gonna ask you anything, man. Just going to next week. Do what you gotta do. Treat every game as a finale. I think it's the best mindset to have. Nick, don't really have much for you because you ain't playing nobody. You're gonna enjoy your bye week as the points leader for now. If you have any final thoughts, go ahead. We just kind of did some garbage time. It's really all we can comment on.
Yeah. No, that was a good final 2 games there, even if it was garbage time. I had like a bunch of reverses and skips that game 7, but Cesar did a good job on the ice.
unable to really use those to my advantage. And then the game 8, low card scrum through and through. I did have the finish there. With the blue 5, had Cesar not had the blue +2 there, so good play from Cesar. I wish him luck the rest of the way through, and I'm just gonna be enjoying it from be big chilling on that Bai Island, being the points leader of this group.
All right, that's pretty much it. We'll go to the schedule here, and that's it for the schedule. That was rough around all edges. On next, we'll trade everything move forward as a finale, no matter what. There's Jay, and he exits the VC. No problem. There's the schedule on the screen. That's it for the week. That's do we even call it a week? I guess a day. That's it for the match day. Crazy to say. Not even. Yeah, we started 9:30 yesterday. So not even 24 hours. We're done. Whatever it is. That's the week ahead. We will have week 3 coverage. We're going to try to get the schedule started potentially. Might have to be no choice tomorrow because Friday I won't be around. So we'll stay tuned for that. We'll see what we can do with the week 3 scheduling. For myself and Sanford and Short, that's it for week 2. Nick's the points leader. He'll take a nice commanding lead on the GD especially. That's the one thing we always talk about, the GD, and I do have the chart open. So he's got the points lead. 4 points for GD. Valera over Gone as the Group A, 3 and 3 respectively. Lara 2 GD, plus has head-to-head over Gone. Keep that in mind. Brad was the head-to-head over Gone, but we'll play Lara next week, so that's a big pivotal game. Gone versus Cesar. Cesar, he knows what he's got to do. Background off next week. The 2 points leaders are off. That's something to note. But Acosta, he'll get toasted in a rematch, then Monkey Gold. That should be a good one as well. We'll see you for week 3 coverage soon. For myself, Sanford Short, it's been a pleasure. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in for the last 24 hours of Week 2 of MRE Uno Super League. Check us out tomorrow with Gold's interviews. Check us out with Toasty interview. Week 3 preview with Pro Check and myself on Super League Live. And some D2 action with Gio Mihel, Gio Pikachu, or Gio Mihel, Pikachu Gio, or Pikachu Mihel. That's the promo. Check it out this weekend. Keep it locked. Have a great week. And we'll see you around very shortly tomorrow with Gold's interview. Have a good night, everybody. This has been a special presentation of MRE Uno Division 1 Super League 2025.